All right, everybody, welcome to the Adventures in Nerding podcast. It is Cory, and we are getting into a fun village find. Well, how to find a village. And you got to understand a few things. One, that finding a village might take hours. And I've played a couple versions of Minecraft. Well, I've played most versions of Minecraft, I can tell you. It's going to take some time unless you have a specific seed you've been looking for. One thing, you gotta know where to look for a village. Let's see, desert, savanna, taiga, plains, biomes. Jungles, mushroom, or tundra biomes aren't supported for villages, so you don't want to look there. Villages are often made of wood planks or cobblestone and tend to stand out from their surroundings. One thing I found, if you go to like a top of a mountain at night, you're able to find lit villages if they're anywhere nearby. Let's see here. Always keep exploring. And one thing you want to know once you find a village is that there's about 15 different kinds of villagers. You got an armorer, who's usually by a blast furnace, butcher by a smoker, cartographer by a cartography table. You got a cleric with a brewing stand, farmer, composter, fisherman, barrel, fletcher, leather worker has a cauldron, librarian has a lectern, stonemason has a stone cutter, nitwit, I guess, and has no job. Shepherd has a loom, toolsmith, you got an unemployed, and weaponsmith has a grindstone. Along with, you got zombie villagers. You can cure them if you're low on villagers. You have gold apple and potion of weakness, and then you can turn them normal. Wandering traders, people you can trade with. Illagers are the hostile villagers, the vindicators, evokers, pillagers, illusioners, as well as vexes and ravagers. You got witches, which are creepy. They have little witch hats. You'll see them at night, and they hurt. You can also breed villagers, which is kind of funny. It's weird. You got to find a village. You have at least 2 villagers. Let's see here. You got to build houses. What you need to do is ensure that the total population of villagers is less than 35% the number of valid doors. A valid door is any door where one side of the door leads to a room with a roof, while the other side leads to the outside. So you want to have a bunch of buildings. You want to have a bunch of doors. One leads in, the door has to lead inside and outside. And then your villagers start to multiply. So, let's get into this. Let's get into the game. Be just one moment. Don't forget theadventuresinnerding.com. You can find all my social links, all links to the various things on my YouTube page, interviews, reviews, and of course these playthroughs of games, from Minecraft to some other games. But let's get started here.
You're listening to the Adventures in Nerding podcast on theadventuresinnerding.com.
Alright, it's going to find Minecraft now. Come on, buddy. There you go. Back to the game. There we are. Alright, so I played for a little bit just to get close to a village, because I can tell you, sometimes you luck out, especially if you pick a good seed. But it took me a while. It took me a couple hours. I was not sleeping last night, so I was able to find this village. Whoa. Okay. What's going to be hard with this particular village is that it's so separated. What I like to do is connect each house with fences or walls. Why fences or walls? It keeps hostile mobs at bay, which allows you to have a village and have the ability to trade with villagers, which can be important and can cut down some time. It can cut down a dangerous trip to the nether to get certain things. And also, it's just fun. It's fun to protect villagers, at least to me. I'm going to show you, kind of what I do, and I'm going to save this and get out of it. And if we get enough views, we'll get a part 2. let's see here. Oh, come on. See, I haven't even made a shovel yet. I was so disappointed. I ended up in the middle of like a savannah or something, and just couldn't find a village. Had equipment and stuff, and just kept getting killed. Like, night would come and dead. You know, maybe because I'm somewhat of a noob in terms of just playing the straight up Minecraft game. For the longest time, I just loved building buildings, basically. So what I like doing, let's see here. What I like doing is building walls in between the houses, connecting most of the village. If you have like farms in the village, and they're kind of outside where the buildings are, you don't exactly have to leave them there, because you know most mobs come at night, so they'll be fine. What's great about this village, some villages even, is that they have iron golems. Iron golems make your work so much easier, so you don't have to, you know, protect your villagers as much as you could be. So there we go. Let's do 3 high. I like to do 3 when I have the resources. Oh, thank you, Mr. Golem. Do not hit the iron golems. They will mess you up. Just warning you. They're not an aggressive NPC, but they can be if you touch them. Let's see. I need to check the animation on this. I have some Optifine going. Sometimes the animations get a bit wonky. It's not glitching, it's just that the animation is so strange. Normally you see the, you know, the wood or the cardboard break, and this time it's just kind of funky, like you're waving a wand at it rather than digging. So there you go. There's kind of the start of it, and then I'd go between here and keep going and going. And of course you could use just fences, and that's great because if you're starting out the game, you're not going to really have that much. Let's see here. You're not going to have that much in terms of wood, unless you just went crazy. But I need to, when we get into part 2, we really need to get weapons, tools, and machinery. So let's get out of here. We'll get to part 2 here in a few days. Catch me at theadventuresinnerdy.com. Of course, this is Cory, and I will see you on the flip.